Hey guys, what is happening? AnimetalViking here, and welcome to my top 10 favorite guitar solos of all time. And yes, you guessed right, I am shamelessly ripping off a video that Digibro did the other day on his new channel, Digibro's Turntable. Now, all jokes aside, I believe this is a very interesting thing to talk about, considering that based upon a quick Google search that I did on what I'll consider to be the best guitar solos of all time, while a lot of the songs that are on that list are ones that I can agree with, they aren't the guitar solos that I feel are the best ones. Now, keep in mind that this is purely my opinion. My taste in rock and metal is to say it's very different from most people. So if you're a person watching this video and you're expecting to hear me mention solos on the likes of bands like Slayer or something like that, then you're going to be extremely disappointed. However, I will leave a playlist in the description box below so that you can check out these songs for yourself and listen to the solos and get more or less an idea as to why what I'm saying in this video kind of makes these resonate with me. And if you have a list of guitar solos, then feel free to let me know what they are in the comments below. And also, if you want to make a video of your own based on this subject, then also if you do that, link it to me in the comments below as well. Anyway guys, without further delay, let us get into this. Okay, so the very first song is Shell, the guitar version by originally done by Bana, but the guitar version is performed by none other than Taku Iwasaki. Now, for those of you who watch anime, you might be familiar with the composer Taku Iwasaki, whose most popular work in anime soundtracks being that of the Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann soundtrack. However, this is from the soundtrack of the anime series Witch Hunter Robin, which is a show that is very much underrated nowadays. Granted, it was popular back in its heyday, but it is very underrated nowadays. And this particular score is one that many YouTubers who have covered Iwasaki's music have never actually touched on or spoken about. This is definitely one of his most underrated works when it comes to his career composing music for anime. Because he is mainly known for doing mashup music and stuff, but this is one of his more original style works, and I never knew how much of a fantastic guitarist he was until I listened to this score, or should I say more correctly, until I discovered that he was the one playing the guitar on this version of the song. It's because I've been listening to this song since freaking 6th, 7th grade, and I didn't know who the hell the artist was at the time, because I just got funny symbols listed as the artist. But until the other day when I discovered that Taku Iwasaki himself played the guitar in this, holy shit, I've got to say I am even more impressed. The man is a fucking genius. This guitar version of the theme song, the whole song is a fucking guitar solo, but it's done in a way where it doesn't get tired and boring and repetitive. When you listen to it, you think it's going to go one way, but it goes the complete opposite way. Every single note is a new turn. It's something totally different while still retaining the essence of the original song and not taking you out of the experience. This is Iwasaki just jamming on the guitar. This is basically what the song is. This is Iwasaki just going to town on the guitar, just jamming on it and just having a fucking blast on it. And that's what I love about this song. This song is one of the most criminally underrated songs, not just in terms of anime soundtracks, but as well as within rock music itself. Every time I have a friend who listens to rock music but has never listened to anime music before, this is one of the songs I always recommend that they check out if they love guitar-driven music. This song, again, it's criminally underrated. It definitely deserves a lot more respect. This is one of the best songs I've ever heard in all of anime and rock music. So if you haven't heard it before, what I recommend you do is the following: is listen to the original version of the song first with the vocals, and then listen to the guitar version, because it will just make the experience a hell of a lot better. Yeah, it's extremely underrated. Definitely give it a listen. Again, it'll be linked to the playlist below. The next solo is from a song called Melancholy Bloom by Heavens P. Heavens P is a music producer who generally does a lot of Vocaloid music, and this is from his album Sister Mind Paradox, which is one of my favorite Vocaloid albums of all time. Yes, granted, I've dropped off the Vocaloid train. I couldn't really care too much for Vocaloid music that much anymore, but out of all the Vocaloid songs I have heard in the past, this is an album that I still revisit a lot, and this particular song is the guitar solo on this song is just one that really gives me an uplifting feeling. It's a soaring guitar solo. It's not an extremely long one, but it's as long as it needs to be. It's a fantastic build up to the final chorus of the song. It's just the odd way the guitars are produced, the odd tuning and stuff, just makes it sound even better for me, because while most people who like guitar driven music like their guitar sound to be produced in a certain way, this is one of those songs where the guitars are produced in a very odd way, but but it's done in a way where it can match Hatsune Miku's Vocaloid voice without kind of ruining the rest of the instrumentation. It just kind of blends itself well with it. So this guitar solo, it's a very soaring one, very uplifting. It's got a superb melody that just kind of hooks you and draws you in, and just fills you with the sensation that, like, it makes you feel like, fuck yeah, I feel ready for anything. That's kind of how it makes me feel when I listen to it. It's a very happy, uplifting one, and I just really enjoy it. It's kind of hard to describe it any further than that, but it's a beautiful guitar solo, and I just love how it sounds with the odd way that Heavens P decided to tune the guitars and have the entire album produced. It's incredible, and the entire song itself obviously is fantastic. Though I would only really recommend that you check out this song if you are somewhat familiar with Vocaloid music. If you're a musical purist who prefers the natural human voice and doesn't like the aid of technology, then I'd say avoid this song. If you really hate that kind of thing. But if you're willing to give it a try, if you're a bit more open-minded and willing to give it a try, then at least listen to this one song. Even if Vocaloid's not your thing, the guitar solo on it is very much well worth it. So definitely check this one out. Okay, so next on the list we have Evil in a Closet by In Flames. This is a very moody guitar solo, very moody, very atmospheric, very somber, very slow, and has a twinge of an uplifting feel to it. It really captures the vibe of the entire album that this song is from, which is Soundtrack to Your Escape. This is a song that really makes you feel like you're escaping into another plane of existence, another world. It is it's very atmospheric. It's, as I said, it's very, it's very somber. It's very slow. It's it's very haunting in a way that it's literally, it makes my mind, it makes my mind just tune everything out. Nothing else around me matters when I listen to it, and I just freaking zone out completely and focus on those notes that are being played on the chords. It is absolutely incredible. It's a song that just makes me feel like I'm floating like in the middle of the ocean, just floating away and drifting off into nowhere. And it's just very calming and peaceful, and it's just it's a strange blend of melancholy and somewhat uplifting tendencies. It's very bizarre. Trying to describe the feeling music gives you is a real pain in the ass sometimes, but that's the best way I can put it. I fucking love it. I think it's one of the most beautiful guitar solos in all of metal music. I fucking enjoy the shit out of it, and every time it comes on, I'm just like, I have to stop everything I'm doing. I've got to like stop everything I'm doing, listen to the solo before carrying on whatever it was I was doing while I was listening to the song. I've always got to do that when I hear it. So, Evil in a Closet by In Flames, off of the album Soundtrack to Your Escape. Definitely check that out. So, next on the list is the guitar solo for the song Merry Go Round by Bloodstained Child. Yes, we have another melodic death metal song here. Or trance metal, should I say. Epsilon is my favorite album by Japanese trance metal band Bloodstained Child. This was when Sophia was part of the band. I absolutely adore this album, and this particular song is my number one favorite track off of the entire album. It's just got a beautiful intro with the synths. It's got a fantastic verse build-up, a two-verse build-up until the actual chorus, and then once the first time the chorus gets played is over and that guitar solo plays, holy shit, it is one of the most uplifting guitar solos I've ever heard. It's a nice blend of slow before going a little bit fast and then reverting back to being slow and ending off on a freaking high note. I just absolutely love it. It is a guitar solo worthy of being in an anime opening or something. It is, or something even better even. It is fucking incredible. I cannot describe it really outside of being uplifting, but I just love how it is the perfect mix of going slow, building up to mid, and then ending off on an extremely fast before dropping back quickly to slow and ending off on a high note. It is absolutely incredible, and it blends well with the rest of the mixing, the rest of it. It's just absolutely incredible, and it's another underrated guitar solo in my opinion. Bloodstained Child, another underrated band, and yeah, it's just freaking amazing. So definitely check that out. It's just one of the best trance metal songs that you will hear in the genre, especially since Bloodstained Child are practically the pioneers of the genre. So yeah, definitely check it out. So next on my list is the guitar solo for Ghost Prototype 2 by Scar Symmetry. Damn, this guitar solo is so full of soul. It starts off slow, gets a little bit fast. It even gets played at a little bit at the beginning of the song. It's the guitarist Per Nelson of Scar Symmetry. The guy's a fucking genius. He writes incredible guitar solos. His guitar work is amazing. Like I said, it's got so much soul, and then when it's accompanied with Christian Alvestum's clean vocals, it only adds to it and makes it 10 times better. I love this guitar solo to death, and every single time I hear it pop up after Christian Alvestum starts singing in that slow, a mix of alternative and a somewhat poppy kind of voice. It's just, it sticks with you. It really stays on your mind, and you can't help but just think like, it's a real experience. It really hits you unexpectedly because like the song begins kind of in that way. Then you have the growling and the usual melodic death metal stuff. And then when it builds up to that part again with the solo and stuff, it is just, oh my gosh, it is one of the best experiences I've ever had in listening to the melodic death metal genre. It is absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. It's a very clean solo, very well, it's very crisp. It's just, I can't even describe it beyond that. It's again, describing music can be a real pain in the ass, but in all seriousness, it really is an experience. It's very soulful, and it's just fucking incredible. Definitely check it out. Okay, so next on the list is the guitar solo for the song Full Moon by Sonata Arctica. Holy shit, is this one of the best guitar solos ever. What I like about it is how it starts off slow, it becomes very fast, and then it accompanies the keyboard solo very well, how it alternates between guitar solo, then keyboard solo, guitar solo, keyboard solo. It's just such an incredible blend together. It really, the way the guitar is even tuned complements the keyboards so fucking well, and I just love how the sound of it sounds like, it sounds like classic heavy metal but with a gothic atmosphere to it. I just fucking love this solo, and I mean everything about it is just something I love. It really nails down Sonata Arctica's, their aesthetic when it comes to their sound. And I think what enhances that solo even more for me is when I heard the song playing on an AMV for the anime movie Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust, which is a fantastic movie. You should check it out. If you're a metalhead and you've never watched anime in your life, watch that movie, Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, and you won't regret it. Anyway, anime aside, it is just one of those songs that really leaves you thinking, it's very beautiful, it's full of energy, it really pays homage to old school heavy metal while retaining its gothic atmosphere. And I'm not necessarily saying that Sonata Arctica are a gothic band, but just something about that song reeks of a goth metal vibe in some ways. It's Sonata Arctica's entire first album has a gothic aesthetic to it in a lot of ways, if you had to ask me personally. I know a lot of power metal fans will completely disagree, but just the way Sonata Arctica have presented themselves with their album covers and everything, it just seems to have that vibe in some kind of way, and this guitar solo really proves it. And also, this is my favorite song off of the entire album. So if you've never heard of Sonata Arctica before, if you are into power metal, and if you like a touch of gothic metal, then listen to this song. Absolutely incredible. And the best way, I think, to experience this song is if you watch the AMV where I saw it from. So there is no music video for this song, but I will link this song with the AMV in the playlist so that you can kind of see what I mean as to how the song kind of stuck with me, made me go revisit the band after years of not listening to them and actually starting to appreciate them a hell of a lot more. So this guitar solo for this song, absolutely incredible, absolutely fantastic. Love how it pays homage to classic heavy metal. Definitely check it out. Okay, so the next on the list is the guitar solo for the song Dirge for November by Opeth. Holy crap, this guitar solo is incredible. I love how it maintains a constant melody without changing too much, but obviously it has got subtle changes as it progresses. But I love how it remains more or less constant, consistent, and just blends itself well as kind of like, how to put it. It's so strange because obviously, as Opeth fans, as we as Opeth fans know, Opeth have a variety of influences. They have the prog rock influence, the jazz influence, the somewhat neoclassical elements, and the folk and the blues elements, along with the death metal. Like, this guitar solo sounds like something you'd hear in a blues or classic rock song, building up to when the rest of the death metal part of the song carries on. And I absolutely love it. It's full of atmosphere. It's got a nice aesthetic to it. It's very soothing. It's very soulful, and that is something Opeth are very good at doing. And it's a nice build up to the song's high points before it eventually fades out to becoming an acoustic song again. Before it fades out, it's just fantastic. I fucking love this is my favorite guitar solo of Opeth's. While I know some Opeth fans will disagree, because Opeth is again one of those very divisive groups, as a lot of prog groups are. It doesn't matter. This is my favorite one. Definitely my favorite one. So yeah, and if you have not heard of Opeth before, people, if anyone watching this has not heard of Opeth before, definitely give them a listen. This particular song was actually my introduction to the band, so definitely check it out. You won't regret it. It's an absolute joy to listen to this band. Let's see, what have we got next here? Okay, the next guitar solo is from the song Universal Flame by Devin Townsend Project. Granted, it is a very short solo, but holy cow, does it get its message across quickly and in a way that it still stays with you, where you think to yourself, oh, I want more, but if I have more, it will kind of ruin it, but I still want more. It's one of those things that leaves you thinking to yourself, ooh, I love it so much, I wish there was more, but at the same time it's perfect. It's one of those freaking experiences, and it really serves as a nice build up to the final chorus of the song, where once the final chorus ends and that choir, that's almost gospel choir sounding part at the end signs off the song on the highest fucking note ever. Fucking Devin Townsend is a freaking mad scientist. He's a fucking mad scientist when it comes to his music, like, especially with the Devin Townsend Project in particular. Holy crap, this guy, I don't know how he writes his songs. I don't know where he came up with this particular signature sound of his for this, but damn, the man has so many influences going on, and this guitar solo just really proves that. Oh my gosh, when I listen to it, fuck, I feel like I'm fucking flying through a clear blue sky, like fucking a Superman speed and shit. Like, that's how fucking awesome the solo sounds. Like, it feels like I'm flying through the sky like that before the final part of the song, where I feel like I'm going shoo through the pardon my bad sound effects, like flying high up past the atmosphere into the universe, exploring the universe. Like, that's kind of what this guitar solo makes me feel like I'm doing, as short as it is. It is fucking epic. It is one of the most epic guitar solos of all fucking time, and you need to give it a listen. So definitely check out Devin Townsend's music if you have not checked it out already. If you haven't checked it out already, what the fuck have you been doing? Devin Townsend is a god. Just definitely check out Devin Townsend Project. Again, link will be in the playlist. Let's see, what else have we got here on the list? Oh yes, the guitar solo for Over the Hills and Far Away by Nightwish. Ooh, this one, I love it. It is epic. and it just adds to the story that is being told in this particular song of Nightwish's. Over the Hills and Far Away has always been a consistent favorite and always been in my top 10 Nightwish songs of all time list. It's definitely, it's so fucking incredible. I love how it starts off kind of mid-tone, like at a medium pace, and then all of a sudden it starts getting faster and faster and faster. It's just, and how it builds up to you know, the big build-up chorus. Oh my gosh, it's absolutely incredible. This song was done in the era before Marco Hietala joined the band on bass. So sadly, there are no Marco Hietala vocals in here. Usually, I love my Nightwish songs with Marco Hietala's voice adding with either Tarja or whoever the hell happens to be their vocalist at that point in time. But this one, the guitar solo beats all the other ones, in my opinion, that are on the other songs. So yeah, absolutely fantastic stuff. Very epic, and that's what I love about symphonic metal. The guitar solos in symphonic metal are generally some of the best. I fucking love them. So yeah, definitely check out the guitar solo for Over the Hills and Far Away. There's only one way I can describe it: epic. That's what it is. Orchestral music, when incorporated into metal, like orchestral music is pretty epic as it is, but when you add it with metal, holy crap, is it even more epic. The epic level just goes through the fucking roof. So if you haven't heard this song, definitely give it a listen. Let's see, what else have we got next? Okay, so I just want to read some of my honorable mentions quickly before I get to the so-called number one, because I mean, again, I'm not reading these guitar solos in any particular order. They're not ranked in a particular order, but I think before I get to the so-called number one, let me just get my honorable mentions out the way. I'll try and keep the description as short as I can. The Last Stand by Sabaton. The guitar solo for that song is just incredible. Very uplifting. Kind of makes you feel like you want to go to fucking battle. And yeah, it's just really fucking cool. Guitar solo for Waking the Demon by Bullet for My Valentine. Back when they were good. No offense to Bullet for My Valentine fans. Yeah, no, this solo, I fucking love it. I just love how, as after Matt Tucker and the other guys shout "Tread" like that, it just goes and starts. It just gets faster, and it's like it starts off fast, but it gets faster and faster and faster and faster. It just builds up that fucking energy, and I damn well love this solo. This is better than any of the other solos on their other fucking songs. I fucking love it. This is definitely the best solo by Bullet for My Valentine, in my opinion, and it's just the most energy and in your face, and makes you want to punch shit in the face. That's how fucking awesome it is. The next is a guitar solo from Dying in Your Arms by Trivium. It's very, how to put it? It's very melancholic. It's very, kind of, you know, sad and somber, but at the same time, again, it's got a twinge, like that ever so slight twinge of uplifting, like almost like there is some hope in it. There is some redemption in, you know, in the message the song is trying to convey. There is something there that, despite all the despair, you know, it just gives me that kind of feeling of, you know, I fucking love it. Next is a guitar solo for Lost by Avenged Sevenfold. I'm not the biggest Avenged Sevenfold fan, but the songs and the albums I did hear in my teen years, I am still a fan of. I still actually listen to. I don't keep up with the band anymore per se. I've kind of lost interest with them. But the stuff of theirs that I did listen to, I still like to revisit from time to time. And their self-titled album is one of them. And the song Lost, yes, I know a lot of people whine about its auto-tune and stuff like that. But in terms of what the song actually is, it kind of fits. It's kind of appropriate. It's not like it was unnecessary. But that aside, the guitar solo for this, it's a combination. This one is a combination of epic and uplifting. I fucking love it. I think it's fucking dope, and yeah, it's just got that whole positive vibe feeling, if you ask me. So that's that. The guitar solo for "Son of Sorrow" by Night Rage. Also, it's a fast solo, but while being fast, it does have a lot of soul. It's a very soulful solo. I fucking dig it. It's fucking incredible. And "Son of Sorrow" is a fucking fantastic song. And if you haven't heard of Night Rage, if you like old school In Flames, go check these guys out. The guitar solo for "I Want to Believe" by Lydians. Whew, this guitar solo is, man, it's just something. It's probably the best guitar solo that I have heard in the cyber metal subgenre, because cyber metal is generally known for no guitar solos at all, really. Like, I mean, it can have it, don't get me wrong, but this one's one of the few that I really enjoy. It's definitely the best, and it definitely just ups the ante of an already great song. Adds some kind of speed to a song that is at a very much slower pace than the rest of the songs in the album. Next is the guitar solo for the song "Silvera" by Gojira. Now, I know Gojira have a bunch of fantastic guitar solos, but I freaking love this one. How it stays at a consistent melody while at the same time upping its tempo, and the way it is tuned, it's just very catchy. It hooks you in, it draws you in, and it just makes you, it's a nice change to the somewhat slow tempo of the song. It's just fantastic. I mean, Gojira do amazing guitar solos across the fucking board. I love all their guitar solos, but if one had to stand out in its because of its simplicity, it's this one from it's from last year's album, Magma. So go and check it out. If you haven't heard of Gojira, go and check it out. Then the last honorable mention is from the song "Dust of the Sun" by Wisdom. If you are into power metal and if you're looking for stuff that is not freaking Dragon Force, no offense to Dragon Force, but I personally can't stand them since Zippy Theoth left. I don't like the new vocalist, so no offense to any Dragon Force fans, I'm just not a fan of the new vocalist. He's not bad, but I'm not a fan of him. So anyway, Wisdom are definitely my favorite power metal band at this point in time. Their choruses are fantastic, everything, but this solo, holy cow, let's just say the quest element is real. You want to go on a fucking quest, you want to fucking kill some orc shit, or I don't know, whatever takes your imagination, whatever fantasy land you like to be in, whether you like to be in the fucking Witcher or Elder Scrolls or Lord of the Rings, whatever. Take your fucking pick. It makes you want to kill shit. It's fucking awesome, and the song itself is very anthemic. Think of Wisdom, they balance out like think of Wisdom's choruses as they have the anthemic anti of Sabaton mixed with the classic heavy metal feel, and the Hammerfall, you know, those old school power metal bands, the Hammerfall, whatever kind of vibe. So add that with the anthemic choruses of Sabaton. It's just incredible. And now we get to our final pick, well, my final pick, and that is the guitar solo on the song "Where My Heart Belongs" by the band Dreamshade. Dreamshade are a criminally underrated modern melodic death metal / modern metalcore band. They're from Switzerland. They're absolutely fantastic. All their guitarists are fucking talented. Their songwriting is on point. It's just incredible, and I know a lot of their fans, their long-time fans, are disappointed with the album that this one is from, their recent album, Vibrant. All I can say is this: if you want an introduction to this band, and if you happen to be a person who doesn't listen to metal per se, but you do enjoy bands like 1OK Rock, go and listen to the new album Where This Is From. So the guitar solo for this, Where My Heart Belongs, this is shit that belongs as an anime opening, people. Why is the song not an anime opening? Why? Anyway, no, but seriously, in all honesty, this guitar solo is fantastic because it's broken up into two parts. First part is quite fast. Yes, it's rather short. Both parts of the solo are rather short, but the fast part is incredible because after the guitarist drops the tempo of the song with the final word of the chorus, with the second part of the chorus, the second chorus, what am I saying? As he drops the tempo down, as he brings his voice down, like, and so I'm done, like that. Then all of a sudden you just hear this fucking insanely fast and beautifully melodic guitar solo, and then the chorus hits you again for the third time, and then before we get to the final build-up part of the song, before the song signs off on its grand bon voyage, its grand sayonara, the slow part of the solo is, oh my gosh, I've never heard a guitar solo that is so uplifting, so full of, you know, the soul. Again, I keep using these words a lot, but there's no other words to describe them. The feeling is just, it really hits you, like in the heart. So, excuse the reference pun, you know, because of the song. It really does hit you in the heart. It's meant to kind of convey that message. And good God, why is it not a fucking opening song for an anime? God damn it! Somebody tell this band to send this fucking song to, you know, an anime production studio and say to them, use this song, bitch, use it in your next fucking project, and make sure it's used on a good anime at that. Oh god. Anyway, tangents aside, but yeah, no, it's a fantastic guitar solo. Can't talk now. It's a fantastic guitar solo, absolutely incredible. It may be short, too short for the likes of most people, but in that brief amount of time that it has in the song on both occasions, whether it's the fast part or the slow part, it gets its message across, and it's one that makes it's so memorable. It will be stuck in your head for days. It really will be. It is fantastic, and not in an annoying way. There's stuff that gets stuck in your head in a good way, and there's stuff that gets stuck in your head in a bad way. This is definitely the good way. This is the way you want shit to be stuck in your head. So go and check out Dream Shade. Check out the new album, especially if you have not heard of this band. If you're into bands like 1OK Rock, go and check out the new album. It is incredible. Fucking fantastic. Anyway, we have come to the end of this episode. Guys, again, like I said at the beginning, if you have a top 10 list of your favorite guitar solos, let me know what they are in the comments below. If you have a playlist of them, you can also link them in the comments below. And if you want to do a video on them as a kind of a response or follow-up or whatever to this, then also let me know in the comments if you've made one. You can link it to me and I will check it out. Anyway, guys, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter. I have a subreddit now. You can subscribe to that and follow me there. I have a VidMe that you can subscribe to and follow as well in case my videos get deleted. I have a Patreon, guys, so if you want to submit requests for album reviews, anime reviews, etc., all the details will be there. Donations will be much appreciated. It is not necessary, but much appreciated. Also, guys, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and share this video with your friends. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and until the next episode, take care of yourselves and have a kick-ass day.